In this episode of Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers TV, we're going to feature 5 vehicles that are ready to go home all at the same time. It is only because of the dedication and awesomeness of our team that we are able to accomplish such a feat.
Because of the diversity of the Land Cruisers we build, it's impossible for one person to keep track of all of the detail. For that reason, we organize our labor in such a way as that every rig that comes through the shop has its own personal guide, a Sherpa, a sprint master is what we call it. And these people are to fight for their project and to make sure it gets done and done right. The guys you see standing in front of these rigs are the owners of these projects, the sprint masters for these projects. Let's let these guys show off some of the work they did.
I'm Matt, and I'm the team leader for the restoration of this 1981 Toyota FJ40.
This 1981 FJ40 is the property of Bighorn Toyota in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. They had it in storage for a few years waiting for restoration, so it'd be a nice piece in their showroom. From what I understand, this vehicle is going to be used in parades and is a daily driver for some of the salesmen and the general manager of the dealership.
On this Land Cruiser, we performed a Stage 3 restoration. This means that we literally have touched every single piece and part of this Land Cruiser.
In addition to the factory replica soft top on this vehicle, we also restored a full hard top, top sides, and set of rear doors for it as well. Toyota stopped production of the soft top in 1975, and included in our soft top edition is a replica tailgate with drop-down feature, which adds to the original look of the vehicle with the soft top on it.
Alex performed a shackle reversal in order to achieve the 1-inch lift needed for the 31-inch tires. We installed our OEM power steering conversion on this Land Cruiser in order to improve the modern drivability.
I'm Eddie, and I'm the team leader of this 1988 FJ62. We installed a 5.7 Vortex Chevy engine with a 4L80 4-speed transmission.
Believe it or not, this body off Stage 2 Plus FJ62 restoration was based on a vehicle that had rolled 3.5 times on Red Cone Mountain in Colorado.
He chose to add several on-road and off-road drivability upgrades.
We installed an ARB locking differential in the rear end, an ARB front bumper and winch, a custom rear bumper with a ladder and a spare tire carrier, a camp light, and then a custom roof rack.
He kept the original tires that were involved in the rollover, but we wrapped them around some new American Racing Anson wheels. In case the customer decides to roll this vehicle 3.5 more times, Alex built a custom interior roll cage, which is yet to be installed, but will be there before the customer takes it home. This style of FJ62 build is becoming increasingly popular. There's a lot of these out in the parking lot that are going to be done very similar or just like this one.
Hi, I'm Bob, and I was the team leader for this 1977 Dune Beige FJ40.
This 1977 FJ40 came from New Jersey, and we can tell that the owner of it took amazing care of it because it was in fantastic condition.
We did one of our Stage 3 body off restorations in Dune Beige.
This customer wanted to drive this rig off-road, so he chose a spring-over conversion to accommodate 35-inch tires. With the spring-over, we stretched the wheelbase and added Bilstein shocks in all 4 corners.
In addition to the 35s, off-road drivability upgrades include ARB locking differentials front and rear, a bumper and winch in the front, and one of our dual swing-out rear bumpers.
Alex built a custom 6-point roll cage and custom sliders as well.
Fuel injection was added to the original 2F, which we rebuilt in-house.
It wasn't easy, but we built a custom backdoor system with half-door ambulance doors on the top and a full-down tailgate on the bottom.
Some rigid truck lights will light up the road, and there's some A-series lights in the roll cage as well.
Hi, I'm Roy, and I was the team leader for this 1988 FJ62 Land Cruiser.
This Land Cruiser hails from Pennsylvania and is owned by one of our rare lady customers.
She sent the Land Cruiser out to Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers because her frame was so badly rusted that the vehicle wasn't even fit to drive anymore.
It's amazing that people are so attached to these Land Cruisers that even in a state of such disrepair, they still want their vehicle resurrected.
This restoration was a little bit different from most of ours because it wasn't a full-blown Stage 2 or Stage 3. We focused on getting it looking good and mechanically solid and prepared for those harsh, salty, cold road conditions in Pennsylvania.
We repainted this FJ62 and Vortex the bottom foot of it and the fender wells to help protect it from rust again.
This customer was intimately aware of everything about this vehicle. she had done a lot of the work herself. So we made sure to pay attention to every minor detail that she would notice and care about.
We've been through this vehicle mechanically and cosmetically to ensure that it's ready to go back home.
I'm David. I'm the team leader for this 1982 FJ43 Land Cruiser.
This FJ43 is from Columbia, and like many of its brothers from Columbia, it was previously restored. We weren't sure what to expect, but when we got it back to the shop, we realized that there was a lot of damage that had been covered up and that we needed to increase the scope of its restoration to make it super nice.
One of the reasons our client bought this car was because of the awesome mustard yellow color. For this reason, we kept it original.
Unlike the other FJ40s you've seen in this video, this rig has an interesting Colombian-built soft top, which includes 2 half doors with a frame and a soft panel in each top. It makes the vehicle unique and it stands out from the crowd.
Though this Land Cruiser appears stock, we added a 2.5-inch lift with Bilstein shocks, Dakota digital gauges, and rigid truck lights.
Like most of our builds, this particular Land Cruiser has been sprayed both top and bottom with Vortex spray liners. This is a product that's not only going to add durability and impact resistance to the surface, but it also helps deaden down the sound and prevents heat absorption through the body.
To help this vehicle make the transition to the United States, we added disc brakes and OEM power steering.
Thanks again for watching this episode of Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers TV. Check out our website at resurrectionlandcruisers.com. Like us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Instagram at ProCruiser.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll be able to see the next episode of Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers TV that features an FJ80 powered by the new Cummins 2.8. This vehicle we're going to compare head-to-head with another stock 80 series. Should be lots of fun. See you next time.